Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart. My first game in this franchise, in my opinion, a really good entry game for this franchise. Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart is an action-adventure game developed by Insomniac Games and released exclusively for the PlayStation 5 in 2021. It is the latest addition to the popular Ratchet & Clank series, which is characterized by a mix of comedic storytelling, creative weapons and a thrilling sci-fi world. The game also released on PC in the year 2023. I played through the whole game on PC for this review. This allowed me to test the game with even better graphics and performance than on the PlayStation. Before we start with the review, I can say for all people who have a basic interest in single player games in the form of Super Mario or arcade games, Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart is a very good game and offers a lot of fun. The gameplay combines classic Ratchet & Clank elements with new features. First of all, it can be said that the gameplay is one of the game's key features and is a lot of fun. One of the biggest gameplay elements is the use of dimensional rifts. Player can use dimensionators to instantly switch between different locations and worlds, allowing seamless transitions without loading times. This mechanic is used for both battles and puzzles and offers a dynamic gaming experience. The series is known for its creative weapons, and the game introduces new weapons such as Negatron Collider, a powerful beam, and weapons can be upgraded by collecting Veritanium, which improves their abilities and power. In general, there are many different weapons in the game, all of which are different and fun to use. The game focuses on multiple enemies at once rather than boss fights, which means that the weapons are more focused on being used to kill many enemies at once. This makes the game feel very arcade heavy and also feels a lot like a Super Mario game. You don't just play as Ratchet or Rivet, but also as other characters in various minigames that have to be successfully completed in order to continue with the story. The platform elements include classic jumps, wall jumps, hover jumps and grappling hooks. Additionally, there are puzzles where you control Clank to solve obstacles in dimensional puzzles. The fight animations are nice but kept relatively simple overall. The game focuses on big mass fights and not on 1v1s. The gameplay is a bit hack and slash like and favors large groups of enemies and fast fights. In conclusion, I can say that the gameplay of Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart was a lot of fun and hooked me right from the start. In Ratchet Clank Rift Apart you will meet a variety of cool characters who drive the story forward and fill the universe with charm and a sense of humor. Here's an overview of the game's main characters. We start with the protagonist in the game. Ratchet. Ratchet is a Lombax, a member of a rare species and the main protagonist of the series. He is an experienced mechanic and adventurer known for his courage and humor. In this game, Ratchet questions his role as a hero and feels insecure about his ability to find and protect the other Lombax. His relationship with Clank is a central plot point of the game. Clank is a highly intelligent and funny robot who is Ratchet's faithful companion. He often serves as the voice of reason and has a big heart. After an incident with the Dimensionator, Clank feels responsible for the chaos that has been created. Over the course of the game, he tries to repair the dimensions and make new friends. Rivet. Rivet is a Lombaxian residence fighter from an alternate dimension. He's brave, skillful with weapons and has a strong independent personality. Rivet has been fighting against Emperor Nefarious' empire for as long as she can remember. Her fighting attitude is complemented by an emotional core which is shown in her friendship with Clank. Rivet also has a mechanical arm which she received after being injured by the Empire. The main antagonist of the game is an alternative version of the series villain Dr. Nefarious. In this dimension he has managed to become the ruler of the universe. Emperor Nefarious is ambitious, ruthless and believes that he is invincible. However, he is as self-obsessed as he is incompetent, which leads to some funny moments. The classic series antagonist Dr. Nefarious is also included. He ends up in the dimension of his emperor due to the events of the game and tries to copy his success. He is chaotic, cheeky and often targets of his own mistakes. In addition to the main characters mentioned above, there are many other cool and interesting characters in Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, contributing to a great gaming experience. The story of Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart is an exciting and emotional adventure that takes the classic heroes to new dimensions. The story begins with a grand celebration in honor of Ratchet and Clank, who are honored as heroes. During the celebration, Clank presents his friend with a special gift, the repaired Dimensionator, a device that allows Ratchet to search for other Lombax. But before Ratchet can accept the gift, Dr. Nefarious attacks and seals the Dimensionator. In the chaos that follows, the Dimensionator is damaged, opening rifts between dimensions and pulling Ratchet, Clank and Nefarious into an alternate universe. In this new dimension, an alternate version of Nefarious, the Emperor Nefarious has successfully conquered the universe. Ratchet and Clank are separated. Clank is found by the Lombaxian residence fighter Rivet, who is fighting Emperor Nefarious. Ratchet searches for Clank and meets new allies, including the shy robot Kid, who has a dark past as a weapon of the Emperor. Rivet and Clank work together to rebuild the Dimensionator, while Ratchet and Kid do the same. During their journey they visit various dimensions suffering under the rule of Emperor Nefarious. In the process they uncover secrets about themselves and their worlds. Rivet reveals that she lost an arm to the Empire, which explains her dislike towards robots, but she is not mean to Kid and gets closer to her over the course of the game. Ratchet realizes that he's not sure if he wants to find the Lombax as he is afraid of the responsibility that comes with it. Emperor Nefarious plans to completely control the dimensions and create a perfect world where he roots unchallenged. This leads to an epic showdown between the heroes and the Emperor's armies. In the final, all their characters come together to stop the Emperor. A battle breaks out in a gigantic dimensional area where the heroes use their skills and friendship to try and save the day. I won't spoil the ending here of course. If you want to know more about the story, you might want to check out the full game by yourself. The story is a successful mix of comedy, emotional depth and exciting action that will delight both old fans of the series and newcomers alike. I think the storyline is well done, even though it wasn't the main focus of the game for me. The gameplay and graphics were fun for me, so I didn't have high expectations for the game's story. Nevertheless, the story is well done and it remains interesting until the end. The graphics of Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart are one of the main reasons why I wanted to play the game in the first place. Thanks to ray tracing support and a colorful game world, the game offers a great experience and, in my opinion, is currently one of the most beautiful games on the market. The game uses real-time ray tracing to display reflective surfaces, light refraction and lighting effects at the highest level. Reflections in metallic and glass objects are particularly impressive. Rift Apart supports a native 4K resolution which in combination with HDR delivers breathtaking details. The character models of Ratchet, Clank, Rivet and other characters are incredibly detailed. The coat and hair look lifelike thanks to physics-based rendering. Clank's metallic surfaces shows realistic reflections and light refractions. Animations are fluid and expressive, giving the characters emotional depth. One of the most impressive graphical achievements is the visualization of dimensional rifts. Players can jump between worlds in real time with no loading times. Furthermore, each dimension has its own visual identity. The rifts are surrounded by glowing particles and dynamic light effects that visually highlight the power of the dimensions. Each game world is visually unique and packed with detail. Vibrant City, a futuristic city with hovering vehicles and neon-colored signs. Desert landscapes, sandstorms and heat effects create an atmosphere of dry, harsh surroundings. Jungle worlds, rich vegetation, dynamic water and realistic shadows bring these places to life. Space stations, metallic cool designs with sparkling stars in the background. Explosions, weapon fire and environmental elements such as rain or snow are visually very well represented and objects react dynamically to attacks and movements, which increases the immersion. Global illumination and dynamic light sources create an atmospheric ambience and enhance the immersion of the game experience. The game looks like an interactive animated movie on cinema level. Insomniac Game has put a lot of work into the cinematic presentation, so the cutscenes and gameplay merge together smoothly. Overall, Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart is in my opinion a very nice game that makes use of the latest technology to provide an immersive gaming experience. The game is well optimized and I had no crashes or anything like that during my time with the game. Graphics remain the main point that I like the most about the game. Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart offers a great gaming experience over 15 to 20 hours and is also good for newcomers to the franchise. With its great graphics and simple but fast gameplay, the game offers a great experience and definitely gets a thumbs up from me. I doubt whether the game is really worth €60, especially for newcomers, as the main story is a little short. I picked up the game in the sale for €30 and I think that's a very good price for the game and definitely worth recommending at this price. Have you ever played Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart? If so, let me know in the comment section and tell me about your experience with the game. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video and subscribe to the channel to never miss gaming reviews and tests of new games again. Thank you for watching today's video and I will see you guys in the next video.
The boundaries between the universes are coming undone.
Yo-ho, yo-ho, our time has finally come.
It worked!